Gunman Boxing, the baddest boxing channel in the UK. No safety catch, no silencer. I am here with boxing royalty. This brother has royalty running through his veins. This is Aadam Hamed. Mate, you look like your dad. You move like your dad. Talk to me.
Chilling, man. Just come to support a few of the boys on the Misfits event. Ty Mitchell's, he's been family friends with us for years. Clifton, his dad was tight with my dad, so it's a big bit of history. Obviously, I don't do the Misfits, but Sammy's on the scene and he's taking over.
Yeah, why is Sammy on Misfits? He's too good for Misfits. You boys are too good for this team.
Yeah, a lot of people ask that question, but I feel like Sammy's doing his own thing and he's happy, you know what I mean? I feel like the roster is getting a little bit better on the Misfits now and there is a bit more competition, but like I said, Sammy's going to do a job on all of them, definitely.
Yeah, listen, I love the way you box, by the way, and I can't wait to see more of you. You circle your opponents like you're like musical chairs. Your jab is lovely. You know, you move like Usain Bolt on meth at times. You honestly, you're at it. You're all over your opponents. When are you next out again?
I'm looking definitely at fighting in July. I don't know how many shows there are in July, but I'm definitely fighting in July, later July, and I'm contracted another 4 fights this year. I'm trying to stay as active as possible, and yeah, you're going to see some big performances, inshallah, this year, definitely.
Yeah, listen, your old man is one of the legends of the game. How much pressure does that put on you? Because I take it every brother wants to take you out, you know what I mean? Probably from school days.
Since young, every gym I've been in, obviously, it's a hit list on my head and that, but it's a blessing, really. Pressure's a privilege, so yeah. I feel like really and truly I've just got to be happy with it, man. I'm in a position that not a lot of kids are in purely because of who my dad is, so it has its pros and it has its cons, but as of now, I ain't seen no cons, and inshallah I'm just gonna keep walking through the door that's open, and I'm going to keep raising my hand at the end of the night.
Mate, you've got so many traits of your old man. You've got a little bit of the looks, good-looking brother, talking good as well, look good, fight good. You absolutely graffiti people with your combination punching. It's fantastic. How far can you go? Are you looking at a world title?
Yeah, listen, if I wasn't, I wouldn't box, bro. I'll be honest with you. I'm doing it to get to the title shots, and I'm doing it to take over the division. I'm still young, you know what I mean? I've only had 5 fights. I'm a novice, but I'm realistic as well. I know how far I can get in the game. I believe in my natural ability, and I put in more graft than anyone. So with that recipe, you're only asking for one thing, and God's the best of planners. And I feel like leaving it to Him and leaving it to my training, inshallah, everything's going to get patterned.
Listen, big question that the fight fans really want to know.
Yeah.
Did you have to learn to flip over the rope?
Nah,
like, is that something that you have to do?
Me and my brother both done it in training and behind closed doors. But to do it in a fight, it's risky business, man. Yeah, risky I'm not trying to run out my ankles before the fight or something like that.
Will we see you do it?
Let's see. Maybe we give it a pipeline. Inshallah, God willing.
I just don't want to see my brother. I don't want to see you. You know what I mean? Go over the ropes and then end up being like flattened out like a pancake.
That's why we ain't done it so far. You know what I mean? Until we can master it.
Until you master it. Otherwise, the MC will be getting a spatula out and scraping you off the canvas, which isn't a good look.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Inshallah.
Have you got anyone on your hit list?
There's a few kids on my hit list. Listen, my weight. Listen, there's some big names. There's some English kids in the division. There's some big names for it, but right now I'm letting Frank Warren, I'm letting Sam Jones and them lot crack on with management and making the fights happen. My job's just to stay in the gym and stay fit and stay ready. And I truly believe that with the right guidance and carrying on what I'm doing, inshallah, we'll make it to that top level very, very soon.
Listen, when you spar Sammy, come on, tell us what happens.
Never spar. Listen, you know, when we were younger, we used to have a little move about, and as we got older, we realised like we're brothers at the end of the day. We're not trying to take each other out, but Sammy's very, very heavy-handed. Sammy's very awkward and elusive. He's a problem for anyone in this division. Anyone in Misfits, he's a big problem for. I even believe in the pro game, he'd be a problem for a lot of men, definitely.
Yeah, I think it, mate. I think he just was absolute. It was an absolute mismatch against that Ziggy Johnson.
Yeah.
Like he smoked that brother like a Cuban cigar. You know what I mean? Rolled him in a spliff and tucked him away.
Nah, it was easy for him, but at the end of the day, listen, you can only beat who's put in front of you. And I feel like Sammy was composed and he did what he had to do. And fair enough, I agree. Like the guy wasn't on his level, but that's Misfits. You're gonna get a few mismatches, and I just hope the next one there's a kid out there who's going to test Sammy a little bit more and show Sammy off a little bit more. Sammy didn't get to show even a quarter of his ability in his last fight. I felt like the first fight with Jesse, he got to show a little bit more, you get me?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. He's so good that he's bunning people in blue Rizzler at the moment. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's bunning people, he's fisting people up, and you know, you're going to get criticised for the level of opponent, but you can't just go in for super fights all the time, can you?
Listen, I feel like Sammy made him look that bad, you know what I'm saying? And Sammy is a lot more awkward than people think, you know what I mean? Even himself, he doesn't think about what he throws it off of instinct. And anyone in front of you who's doing that, very elusive, it's hard to fight against, especially when they can bang, you know what I mean?
Listen, we have to talk about your old man, that corkscrew uppercut that he used to throw. Best. One of my favourite shots of all time. Best. He is in my top 3 fighters growing up. I had Mike Tyson, Eubank Sr. and your father for me. His fight against Robinson, I have watched multiple times. Absolutely fantastic. What is the first thing, though, because he taught you? You know, because he's so unorthodox. Did he teach you to switch, or did he actually teach you some basics?
Steve Robinson was a great fight. My dad's first world title shot, so he went up a weight and he dismantled the Welshman, and it was an amazing fight. But
brocked him up.
Brocked him up. You know
brocked him up.
Brocked him up.
You know what I mean?
But Dad just taught us from the jump, first and foremost, get on your prayers. You know what I mean? Boxing aside, get on your prayers and dedicate your life to Allah, and then think about the sport. So that's first and foremost. And Pops has always just taught us how to move, fight, but he lets the coaches get on with it. And I feel like in boxing, it's one of them sports, no one's going to get in there and do it for you. So I truly believe he's done the best thing, leaving us to our own devices and just letting us crack on, really, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not been always, you know, you've not been like, you know, I think Chris Eubank Sr. had his father sort of in his, you know, following him around at some points, and in the end they had to sort of break him off. He's kind of left you to your own devices. Listen, are you born with that natural power of your father? Do you think it's natural, or is it something you've got to work on?
No, most definitely. I feel like I was gifted by Allah, definitely born with more than a bit of natural talent, but like everyone says, in this sport, hard work does beat talent, and that's why I'm grafting twice a day like it's my last day, you know what I mean? I really am trying to get somewhere in the sport. I love these Misfits events, but I'm looking forward to getting back to the pro game and letting man know I'm here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Lastly, is influencer boxing good for boxing? You and I are purists. Yeah. We talked off camera. Yeah. We love Riyadh season. We love, you know, the 5v5. We love 100%. Queensbury. We love... Is influencer boxing, when you're seeing mans in there, you know what I mean, spinning around, you know what I mean, spinning around, less defence than P. Diddy, you know what I mean, wide open, you know what I mean? 4th down and 10 tactics. Is it good for the game?
I feel like it's actually very good for the game. I feel like it brings mad eyes and mad, like, different people, kids that you wouldn't really see go to a boxing event. Right now, you ask a kid, like, about a domestic British fight, they're not going to know who that is. But if you ask them about, let's say, your YouTubers and your streamers, that's what's on kids' tellies these days, you know what I mean? So I do think it's good for the sport. Obviously, some fights are a load of shit and they're doing spinning back fists, but it's going to happen, innit?
You know what I mean? The 360 ballerina thing, you know, button bashing in there. You know what I mean? Button bash. Yeah. But is it bad when you see a serial killer in a gym getting no views, getting no money, and then you got man like, you know, Modine and Wakey Wines, you know, give them all the respect, they jumped in the ring, but that wasn't boxing.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it? You know what I mean? I can't say any more, but I've enjoyed this interview.
Listen, and I appreciate you. Let's enjoy the rest of the game. You're a good man. I wish you the best of luck. Keep on battling up the game.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. My brother.